You're the executive director of Pro-Life Action Ministries there, and you guys do great work, and we're real proud of you up there. But you were noticing something to do with minor girls going into the Planned Parenthood facility up there. You had a situation where a girl went in to have an abortion against her parents' wishes, and they called the police on the parents. Is that right?
That's exactly what happened. In Minnesota, we have a parental notice law that the Right to Life group that got passed in the mid-1980s. And what this requires is that a minor girl must notify her parents, both parents, before she can go have an abortion. Now, the law to pass the U.S. Supreme Court back in those days, they wrote this judicial bypass thing where the girl can go to a judge, and the judge can tell the girl that, okay, you don't have to inform your parents. You can just go have the abortion.
And, of course, the judge is always recruited by the abortion clinic.
It's a rubber stamp.
Right.
Every time a girl has gone before these, in fact, the abortion clinics often will take, these abortories will take a gaggle of young girls right to a judge's courtroom and have them all rubber stamped, and then they all go in. In this particular situation, though, the parents found out that the girl was going in for the abortion at Planned Parenthood, and so they went to Planned Parenthood. They arrived shortly after the girl had gone inside for the abortion, for all the prep and all the junk they do ahead of time. And so the parents arrived, and they went to the doors. Now, there's escorts, there's security guards, there's all that stuff to protect the girls from us, right? So they prevented the parents from going in because the parents said, well, we want to see our daughter. And they said, no, you can't come in. So the parents called the police because they wanted to see their daughter, their minor child. And the police came. Planned Parenthood lied and said, we've got a court order for this abortion, which isn't the truth. They had a court order that said the girl could go have an abortion, or the girl could do this without the parents knowing it is what it was, which was mute. The parents knew. So the police said, we can't do anything about this. And then Planned Parenthood said, get them off our property or have them arrested. And so the parents ended up very frustrated that morning. They hung around for quite a while until it was pretty clear that the girl had the abortion, and then went home.
And, of course, I don't care what anybody says. That's a destroyed family right there.
Absolutely. And now let's put this in real good perspective here. This same Planned Parenthood in Highland Park, in St. Paul, in Minnesota, not even a month ago, a young girl comes for an abortion, but she doesn't want it, but the parents do. And so they're basically dragging this girl in against her will to have the abortion, and now Planned Parenthood not only lets the parents in, they're just honoring this whole situation to kill the baby.
Right.
So the bottom line is, they'll do anything. They'll destroy families. They'll do whatever they can do to kill more babies, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah. So in one case, they're saying the parents have no right to be involved. Right. In the other case that you just described, they're saying the parents' rights are superseding the girls' rights.
Exactly. And another way to look at it is, in one case, they're saying the girl can't make up her own mind and decide for herself whether to have an abortion. But in the case that just happened a week ago or so, they're saying the girl can make her own decisions all on her own.
Well, I tell you, it reminds me of Henry Ford. He developed and streamlined the assembly line process, and he made millions of the Model Ts. And he said, you can have it in any color you want as long as it's black. Right. And Planned Parenthood's the same way. You can have anything you want in Planned Parenthood as long as it's an abortion.
As long as you choose abortion. We're pro-choice as long as you choose abortion. But if you unchoose it, that's right. No, that's not an option for you. You know, it's a one-way street.
It's all about selling one thing. And of course, you guys talked about MAFA 21, et cetera. They've only got one product to sell. It's abortion. And it trumps parental rights. It trumps the First Amendment rights. It trumps everything else. In fact, we said this again on the show hundreds of times. Abortion seems to be the rising right, the fundamental, foundational human right that preempts everything else in the Constitution.
It also usurps the girl's right when she doesn't want it and getting forced to.
Well, in Kansas, the right to abortion supersedes everything else. A woman has a right to an abortion over and above the right not to be molested in the Aid for Women case, and you're very familiar with that.
Yeah, Brian, you were about to say something else,
well,
Brian?
It's a super right. It's
Yeah.
become, and it's been set up that way by the courts. It's been set up that way by the politicians.
It's the uber right.
Well, remember Senator Specter said it was the super duper right.
Yeah, but you've said something very, very significant. I just want to reiterate and reconfirm it. Is that this battle will be won in the streets. Our being in front of these places is bothering them to no end.
Absolutely.
We are saving lives. We are stopping abortion by being out there. When we get out there and we sidewalk counsel, we do get the opportunity to talk to the women, and they decide not to go in and have their babies killed. And, every time that happens in every town around the United States, there's hundreds of dollars that abortuary just lost.
Yep.
And as you said, they don't have enough abortionists. And it's the stigma. Well, the stigma's there because we're out there.
And the stigma
Because we
is
keep
never
bringing
going
the truth
away.
forward.
Right.
And that's what needs to happen. People need to be, if they don't think they can sidewalk counsel, they should still be out there praying. The public witness of their standing there, their presence praying.
Everybody can do
lives.
something.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So,
There's more to this, Mark. Anytime they lie about having a court order, which they really didn't have, and these parents, they need to find out who it was that even took their daughter to get that judge. I'm serious. These people need to have some repercussions. Haul them in the court, sue them anyhow, win or lose.
Well, we
this
have
mess
contact.
needs to be stopped.
Yeah, Johnny, we have contact with these parents, and right now, this incident is so still fresh in their minds. I believe that they just need the time to sort through their family situation. I mean, their family's been messed up big time because of this abortion.
And I'm tell you something, Brian, and I'm not saying I obviously don't want this to happen, but the damage that's been done to this family is permanent.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, it's going to be there 20 years from now.
Absolutely.
25, 30, on down the road. This is never going to change. It's never going to change.
Can't
And I'm
take it
saying
back.
they need to be compensated for this.
But
for
it
this
can
damage,
be,
Mark.
but it can be redeemed.
Yes.
It can be redeemed, and there can be healing there with reconciliation. We believe that through Jesus Christ that can happen absolutely. And I believe part of the act that needs to take place to help remedy this, to redeem this, is the parents need to take action against Planned Parenthood. I would,
Yes.
and I think they may do that.
Justice has to be served.
Otherwise, it is going to happen to another child. It is going to happen to another
Johnny,
parent.
it's probably happening to a child as you and
all
I
the
speak
time.
right now.
Are you, Brian, are you in communication with these families, these
Yes.
parents? Good.
Yes. And
Brian,
we've got
you guys up there at the Pro-Life Action Ministry is doing great work, and we see the things you're doing and want to applaud you for it. And anything we can do to ever be of any assistance to you guys, just be sure and let us know.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time today, Brian.
Thanks,
God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Oh, this is outrage, Mark. This is outrage.
I mean,
Won't even let a parent come in to get their child. Won't even let a parent see their child.
Could you imagine when your kid was your young daughter, a teenager, and you pull up to a place like that and they say, your daughter's in there, you can't go in there.
And we won't bring them out to you. We're not going to let you talk to them.
It's unbelievable.